Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be folks are afraid of your power. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, folks are afraid of your power. All right? Now, I need y'all to understand something. You have divine characteristics, special qualities, and chosen traits. And this makes you a chosen one, right? And so many people will be afraid of what comes with you. And see, many people don't want near and day of it. Can y'all imagine a person saying, hey, I got superpowers, all right, and you are average, and you talking about this is your opponent? You don't want near and day of that opponent. And that's the same thing with you, y'all. They don't want no problems. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you don't want no problems. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you don't want no problems, all right? And it's simply because folks are afraid of your power, all right? So with that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post, all right? So number one, y'all, the first reason folks are afraid of your power is going to be this. You can stand alone, all right? You can stand alone. A man or woman who is able to stand alone will always be feared by peers, will always be feared by family, will always be feared by their spouse, or always be feared by anybody they are associated with. You can stand alone. You know, and many people, you know, they feel as if the bigger the crowd is, the bigger my circle is, the bigger the community, the better it is. And that's simply not the case. In fact, y'all, a person who stands and walks alone and roam alone get way more respect, right? Like, I love the lion, y'all, you know, but me personally, respect the tiger more than the lion. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Yes, the lion is utilized in a lot of the Bible's divine analogies. Yes, the lion is powerful. I would never take away from the lion. But when you're talking about standing alone, I'ma always go with the tiger. Okay? A tiger is much bigger. A tiger hunts by themselves. They don't got no pride. They don't got nobody to say, hey, go out there and go get it for me and bring it back. No, they are the help, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I am the help. And this is what makes you a feared person, right? Because we're not fearful. We don't walk in no fear, y'all, right? But the point is that you can stand alone, just like the tiger. Do you ever feel like people have you outnumbered and somehow you still come out on top in that particular battle? Do you ever feel like people are joined and clicked up, maybe at your job, in the family, the friend group? Y'all know how they do. And you just feel as if they have you, you know, just outnumbered, and they can overwhelm you with their words, overwhelm you, you know, with their opinions, overwhelm you just overall, y'all, even physically. And somehow you just still win the war. It's because, y'all, you have power. This is why people only try you and only you. You know, y'all, they never gonna mess with the person who is the weakest link. For what? They're the weakest link. They are no threat. But you, my friend, you, my friend, you are a threat, and you are able to stand alone. You feed yourself. You live for self. You don't need no one to support you emotionally, physically, mentally, right? Financially. And let's just say you ever had help, you know, you've had help in your life. That doesn't mean that you're weak. Everybody fall weak at some point. But it's about, are you going to get back up? That's power. Resilience. Okay? So understand something, y'all. Folks are afraid of your power. Without beating that to a pulp, y'all. Number two, fear of your authority, right? Fear of your authority. You know, y'all, Saul had that same fear of David. Yep. Because after Samuel anointed David, to be king, once he grew into that, so he can be able to fulfill his God-given purpose, Saul was fearful of that because he knew the type of authority he was going to step into. It was already ordained. And so some people just can see that you have power on the inside of you. Are you a natural born leader? That's right. That means that you are a person who's going to do well within authority. And here's the thing, y'all. When you are a true leader, when you are a true person of power, authority fits you like a glove. Authority fits you like a glove. And this is what they are afraid of. This is what folks fear, because authority equals power. Now, let me just, decipher this real quick. Everybody who's in authority don't have true power. Yeah, maybe it's a superficial power, but it's not true power. You only have power because man put you in this position. But when a chosen one have power, it's because God put them in position. And so you have the authority of a divine one. Somebody drop in the comments and say divine authority. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say divine authority. This is what you have, right? I'm not talking about the supervisor that's on the job. Yeah, y'all, man put them in position. I'm not talking about the manager that's out there at that plant. Man put them in position. I'm talking about the individual that God chose, to serve his people. I'm talking about the individual who's impacting other people with their story, impacting other people with their testimony. That's true authority. And with authority comes power. Simple as that, y'all. And that's what you have. Moving on to the next one, y'all, is going to be number 3. And that is confidence makes them uncomfortable, right? Confidence makes them uncomfortable. Y'all, I speak about confidence a lot because in the Bible, y'all, it tells us that without confidence, you will never receive a reward, right? And I'm paraphrasing. I want to say it says, no confidence, no reward. Somewhere around there. Y'all get the point. Look it up on Google. It'll tell you everything you need to know. But the point remains, and that is, if you don't have any confidence, you won't be able to prosper. You won't be able to prevail. You won't be able to win. You won't be able to get to the next level in life. You have to have some type of confidence. This is why it says in the scripture as well to, not walk in fear, right? You should not walk in fear. I don't care what calamity you done went through. I don't care what adversity you are in the midst of. You should not walk in fear. And so the people who don't have fear are those who have confidence within themselves. And you can tell a confident person too, y'all, because they walk different, right? A confident person got their head high. A confident person just have that type of spirit that everything is going to be okay. Even if they know everything ain't going to be okay, they don't even think that in their minds for too long. They don't listen to the inner me, right? The enemy that's on the inside, yeah, y'all, they don't listen to that. They listen to and believe in God's promises, right? And y'all make sure y'all drop that down below in the comment because, affirmations is real, y'all. And you got to understand that there's life and death within the tongue. So God's promises is another thing that true chosen ones really listen to and believe in. But sticking to the point, y'all, your confidence makes them uncomfortable because it's something that they are not used to. They used to looking at people hold their head down and, talk sluggish and slow. But when you walk in, you coming in like you own the room. You coming in like, you know that you're supposed to be there, like you belong there. There was a person, who was a known speaker. Y'all can't really remember his name right now. But he was like, his biggest problem was feeling like he didn't belong there when it was a lot of white people in the room, right? White people, there's no disrespect, right? But sometimes to us of color, we can feel like we don't belong in this room because of how we are perceived and looked at, you know. But he was basically saying that I go in the prison system, I go kill it. I talk to, young black guys who look like me, I go kill it. But when I go to corporate, it's like, man, what if I mess up? And he said I had to change that mindset, because if I kill it in the prison, I can go kill it in corporate. I had to realize and reevaluate my value. And so getting back to it, y'all, when you gain that confidence, you're going to make people uncomfortable who don't have that confidence. See, my man had confidence in the prison systems. He had confidence when it came to speaking to young black men who looked like him. He had confidence to anybody or any place or environment that he was privy or used to. But when it came to people who didn't look like him, he felt like he didn't belong there. He didn't have confidence, so it made him uncomfortable. But once you gain that confidence, family, you're going to make them uncomfortable. You're going to make them think twice. Okay? And so what it does is it pull at their insecurities, right? Man, they got more than me on this. Man, I wish I had this. Or man, they're doing so much better than me. Like whatever the case is. Oh, I think she's prettier than me. Or he got more money. No, money, looks does not define what you have on the inside of you. At the end of the day, y'all, that's only external possessions, okay, and materialistic things. And so, sticking to the case in point here, y'all, confidence. Drop that down below in the comments, family. Confidence makes them uncomfortable, and this is why folks are afraid of your power. Confidence is power. Confidence is what allows a woman to attract to a man. Confidence is what allows a man to build a business when nobody believed in it. Confidence. This is what makes the world go around, right? When a person have confidence to know that, what? I know tomorrow ain't promised to no man, but tomorrow, if I'm blessed with it, I'm going to give everything I got to build something big, right? Confidence. But moving on to the next one, y'all, is going to be number 4. That is, they are intimidated by your knowledge, right? They are intimidated by your knowledge. And so, a lot of times, y'all, people like to be the only smart person in the room. People like to be the only smart person in the room. And, I used to encounter this a lot when I was like in college, or if I go to a job that have other people who have like a similar mindset in terms of reading a lot, which means they know a lot, or listening to certain podcasts. I can't talk for some reason today, y'all, but listening to certain podcasts, which going to give them certain knowledgeable things or information that the average person don't have. When you are around those type of people, them type of individuals feel like I'm the smartest. No, I'm the smartest. I'm the smartest. And it's like a race to the school or something, y'all, like a race to the books, whatever the case is. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But it's like everybody is trying to prove a point that I am the smartest, and people who are really smart or knowledgeable can tend to cause everybody else in that room to be intimidated. Because why? Well, I'm not going to be the one who is able to answer the question, or I'm not going to be the one who's able to stand out and shine because this person here is smart as well. It's like the person who always win the spelling bee, or the person who always win, who the first person that raise their hand and get the answer right. People are intimidated by that person because they are knowledgeable. They know a lot of things. And a lot of times, y'all, people will look at you like you are a know-it-all. No, I don't. I tell people all the time, I don't think I know it all. I just think I know a lot. It's a difference. Like, I don't think I know it all at all. Socrates even said that all I know is I know nothing. People, it is 60-year-old, 70-year-old people who are still learning more and more about life. So you can learn from a 2-year-old child, or you can learn from a 200-year-old person. Now y'all find me the 200-year-old person if they still living. The point remains, y'all, that you gotta understand, People are going to be intimidated by your knowledge. Period, y'all. And so this is what folks are afraid of. Knowledge, I'm going to say this, y'all. Applied knowledge is power. Okay? Applied knowledge is power. Because if you have knowledge, and I think I said this before, y'all, but I'm going to say it again. Okay? If you have knowledge that cigarettes can kill you, and if you're not applying that knowledge to your life, well, you may very well still die. And the reason why is because, yeah, you got the knowledge, but are you applying it? So that's why I always say, y'all, applied knowledge is power. And shout out to the late Bob Proctor. Those who know, but I consider him one of my mentors as well. I never met him, but I look at certain people on YouTube like y'all do. More so of the OGs, you know, like your Dr. Miles Monroe's and people like Bob Proctor and stuff like that. I even like Zig Ziglar. And, you know, the list goes on, but Bob Proctor actually, you know, said that. So that is a major point, y'all, when it comes to knowledge. But understand something, y'all. You have the information. You know the knowledge, right? You know the word. They are intimidated by it. Can you imagine being on a job and you have your degree, right? And this person right here does not have the degree. Well, they're going to be intimidated by your knowledge, right? You may have a person who don't have the degree, okay? And you are very knowledgeable or just as knowledgeable as a person who don't have the degree. And this person right here got the degree and they don't know the work like you know it. The only reason they're in that position is because of a piece of paper. But they're still going to be intimidated by your knowledge because they can tell by your actions that you know just as much or if not more. So you're going to be a threat to them. And so the reason why I use both, y'all, because that it can very well be the case, right? You got people with a degree who know the work and they can put somebody out of business or take their job, and you got people without the degree and they know just as much as a person, you know, if not more than who actually does have the degree, okay? But the point is, y'all, people will be intimidated by your knowledge, all right? Moving on to the next one, y'all, is going to be the last one. Number 5, family, fear of your influence. Fear of your influence. When you see influence, or when you talk about influence, you talk about Tupac being dead for like over 2 decades, maybe 2 decades in the future years, right? And we are now in 2024, and you can see a person walking around with a Tupac shirt. That's influence. Your impact is what grants you the influence over others. And so people fear your influence because of how much you impact those that are around you, right? Like when people call you for advice, or when people call you for your counsel, when people call you for certain things, you are impacting them every time you give them your time, your energy, okay, and pouring into them. That's an impact, right? Because if something ever was to happen to you, they'll always think about that, and you will then have influence in that person's life. The impact is what grants you the influence. But see, people are so afraid of your power because your influence will spread like a wildfire. You know, everybody that you come in contact with, it's like you're contagious. Your spirit is contagious. Your soul is contagious. Your smile is contagious. Your heart is contagious. And so people fear the influence that you will have over their job. People fear the influence that you will have over their children, okay? I mean, and again, when it comes to kids, y'all, I'm very touchy. I think it's weird, you know, messing with other people's kids. But what I'm saying is that it happens in certain cases, okay? Certain cases. For example, you know, you may be a powerful and impactful and then influential, you know, teacher. And you may have mother-like qualities or father-like qualities, but the parents are terrible at home. They need to have child services defects called on them. And they may not want their child to hang around you. We see it a lot in the movies, or even be in your class. We see it a lot in the movies. So that's what I mean by kids, but it can be with anything, y'all. When you have that influence, people don't want you to have it over something they are connected to. Influence. Now you got good influence and you got bad influence. But today, we're not talking about the bad influence. We're talking about good influence, right? Good influence only. But folks are afraid of your power, y'all. These are the reasons why. Number one, y'all, you can stand alone. Number two, fear of your authority. Number three, confidence makes them uncomfortable. Number four, intimidated by your knowledge. And number five, fear of your influence. Okay, y'all already know how we do. If y'all would like to purchase any one of these Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, or purchase any one of my books, y'all can do so by hitting the link down below in my description. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments social influence if you want to build up your social influence. Click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.